Hello and welcome to this week's vodcast for Thursday the 4th of November with me, Kevin Ross, for an easily listening digest of the week's news from the Melton Times. Coming up, the cafe petition that goes to the top, the wind farm plan bid expected in a few weeks, and join in the Santa fun run for Christmas. From heartbreak to global glory, Hudson celebrates. All this and more coming up next in the Melton Times Vodcast for Thursday the 4th of November 2010. On the front page of the Melton Times this week, a petition calling on County Hall to review its policy and charges on pavement cafes in Melton has been signed by 2,500 people. It'll now be sent to the county leader David Parsons and Community Secretary Eric Pickles, urging them to act against the unnecessary and expensive over-regulation, which threatens to kill off the town's cafe culture. Since 2007, business owners have been encouraged to put out tables and chairs, so they were incensed when they were told a £300 licence fee was to be introduced from January. A meeting was brokered by Melton Mowbray Food Partnership, but the issue wasn't resolved, and so the petition was started. The petition and the campaign has the backing of Melton Council, Melton Town Centre Partnership, Melton Promotions and the Melton Times. Melton's Town Centre management team has offered to collect up and submit all the licence applications in one go, so officers can carry out their inspections in a single day to keep administration costs to a minimum, so the fees could be reduced. Remember the past but don't forget the present. That's one of the key messages accompanying this year's Poppy Appeal in Melton, which was launched at the King Edward VII School on Friday. Tiffany Allen, aged 18, chairwoman of the Student Council, was greatly honoured to receive Melton's first poppy. Bob Wilson, chairman of the Melton branch of the Royal British Legion, acknowledged the contribution made by young people of Melton to the Poppy Appeal. The Melton RBL branch uses Poppy Appeal funds to help people locally in many ways, including help with transport costs, holiday rehabilitation and other aids. Poppies can now be bought from the Melton shops and pubs and market stalls on Tuesday, November the 9th and Saturday, November the 13th. And on Saturday, Melton's war heroes were honoured with the planting of remembrance crosses during the rededication of the Memorial Gardens. The service, led by Reverend Kevin Ashby, rector of St Mary's Church, was followed by the planting of 2 crosses in memory of Corporal Marshall Wojciak and Marine Jonathan Wigley. Then followed the planting of crosses in remembrance of Melton's only Victoria Cross hero Richard Burton and flying ace Johnny Johnson.
Hi, I'm Dominic Heel, a presenter for East Midlands Today from the BBC, and you're listening to the Melton Times podcast.
The Kettleby Cross pub in Melton, boarded up after a large fire ripped through the building 3 weeks ago, is now closer to being reopened. A spokesman for JD Wetherspoon said the building is currently still being made safe and will not be able to give a date for the reopening until refurbishment starts. It took 50 firefighters 8 hours to tackle the blaze, which happened just after 10 o'clock in the evening, October the 13th, and no one was hurt. All staff employed at the Kettleby Cross have been transferred to nearby JD Wetherspoon pubs until further notice. The cause of the fire is believed to be due to an electrical fault. Proposals to build a discount food store in Melton have been recommended for approval, despite traffic and road safety concerns. It's understood the proposed store is to be sited on land between Burton Street and Mill Lane. It could be occupied by one of the discount supermarkets Lidl, Netto or Aldi. All 3 chains have previously expressed serious interest in the site. It's anticipated the store would create about 30 full and part-time jobs. A customer car park for 74 vehicles is also proposed to the west of the site. A children's author paid a day-long visit to Melton Library to promote this year's Leicestershire Children's Book Prize. Josephine Feeney from Leicester worked with 5 classes from the Grove and Sherrow primary schools on Friday and read an extract from one of her books. Young readers are being invited to visit the library and vote for the Leicestershire Children's Book Prize, and the school which generates the most votes will win £200 worth of new books for their school. The developer behind the proposal for a wind farm at the former Asby mine site says it has listened to residents' concerns, but campaign group Stop claims many questions remain unanswered. About 250 people visited a public exhibition staged by Peel Energy over 2 days, which revealed it had reduced the number of turbines from 10 to 9. In addition, it has lowered the hub height of the turbine nearest Ab Kettleby to lessen its visual impact. Results of its environmental technical studies looking at issues such as noise, shadow flicker and the ecology of the 210-acre site were also displayed. But Stop said the exhibition failed to dispel residents' fears on the impact of the intended development. more information, visit plenergy.co.uk/Ashby Wind Farm or stoptheturbine.org.
Hi, this is Alan Duncan, and you are listening to the Melton Times Podcast.
The steel structure of the Melton Council's new headquarters is going up, and now you can see a glimpse of what it will look like inside. The council has finalised the interior design following consultation with staff, the partner organisations which will share the offices off Burton Street, and the Sounding Board, a group made up of other interested parties and members of the public. A feature of the new offices, developed by architectural interior designers Monteith Scott, will be screen-printed images denoting the local area, with those in reception focusing on a heritage theme as the artist's impression depicts. Melton's Millennium Quilt, currently in the Country Park Visitor Centre, may also be displayed in the new offices. The whole scheme, which was fully funded by insurance and contribution from partner organisations such as Leicestershire County Council and the Probation Service, can all be viewed in full on melton.gov.uk. The Pira Foundation has launched its second annual Say Yes Challenge with support from former apprentice Claire Young. The challenge, supported by Mars and Melton Council, aims to deliver the valuable life and business lessons to young people and empower them to make a difference in their community. 56 students aged 14 to 18 have signed up to the scheme and will receive guidance from business mentors, as well as support via Facebook and Twitter from entrepreneur Claire. All the teams will submit a business plan and make a Dragon's Den-style presentation before an invited audience and judging panel in February. The winners will receive a cash prize and could see their idea put into practice. A group of mountain climbers are hoping to raise a staggering £50,000 for charity by climbing Kilimanjaro in Tanzania on a gruelling 12-day trek. The Big Dream Trek will see 19 men and women aged between 23 and 50 take on the life-affirming challenge for children's rights organisation called AfriKids. The mountaineering team will climb Kilimanjaro from November the 4th to the 15th. And if you'd like to donate to Dan and Adrian's cause, please visit justgiving.com/Dan-Salmons or justgiving.com/Adrian-Evans. And staying with charity, a free Halloween family fun day took place at Scolford Hall Hotel on Sunday as part of Mayor Margaret Moore's appeal for the air ambulance. Margaret will be raising funds for the Derbyshire, Leicestershire and Rutland Air Ambulance throughout her year in office and kicked off fundraising with the Halloween extravaganza. The event raised more than £600 for the air ambulance, and manager Bill Dixon is eager to make the event an annual fixture. And finally, in the charity spot, Melton's first ever Santa Fun Run is being staged in the Country Park next month. The Rotary Club of Melton Mowbray is organising the event and hopes 400 plus people of all ages will join in the festive spirit. Melton Santa Run or Walk, supported by the Melton Times, will be held on Saturday, December the 12th, starting at 11 o'clock over a 5-kilometre fully marshalled course. Entrance will be £10 for adults and £5 for children, and in return all participants will receive a free Santa outfit and medal on completion. For more details, log on to meltonsantafunrun.co.uk and book your place now. You can also download the sponsorship form. And in this week's Free Time, BBC Radio Leicester's gardening programme Down to Earth will be recorded at Gretton Court in Leicester Road tonight in conjunction with Melton in Bloom. Doors open at 6:45 for a 7 p.m. start. Entry is free and all ages are welcome. Looking ahead to tomorrow night's bonfire night, Thorpe Arnold Cricket Club, the bonfire starts at 7 o'clock and fireworks at a similar time. The Vale of Beaver Lions in Bottisford, their bonfire also starts at 7 o'clock and fireworks. Twyford Recreation Ground starts at 7 p.m. for the bonfire and 7:30 for the fireworks, and Kinalton Cricket Club also starts at 7:15 for bonfire and fireworks. And on Saturday at Twin Lakes you've got bonfire at 6 and fireworks at 7:15, and at Wissendine bonfire at 6:15 and the fireworks at 6:40. And one additional item, the town estate will not be having a display this year. And finally, in free time, looking at the silver screen, Mark Zuckerberg is computer nerd whose lack of social skills become apparent as he is deservedly dumped by his girlfriend in the social network Certificate 12A. More information, call the Regal on Melton 562251 or visit their website regal-melton.co.uk. On the back page this week, out of turmoil and setback came world records and glory for evergreen swimmer Richard Hudson at the World Down Syndrome Swimming Championships. Just weeks after the event in Taiwan, Hudson faced the heartbreaking prospect of staying at home because his father and coach John was too poorly to travel. But after a late reprieve, Hudson travelled to Southeast Asia and was in the form of his life. The 42-year-old exceeded expectations by smashing his own world record and equalling another with almost 2 decades of international competition. And finally in sport, striker Scott Mooney hit a new high point in his football career with a call-up for an England 11 last week. Mooney from Asaby was called into the FA representative team to take on Hallam FC to mark the Northern Counties League side's 150th anniversary. Well, that's about it. Of course, the full stories can be found in the Melton Times. So until next week, when we'll have yet more news and sport, have a very safe week. That was a JK Media production for the Melton Times.